Welcome to our channel. I'm Twist.
And I am Take, and this is OTOT News.
Come sit back here. We're gonna tell you what's up. So nobody else is in the house, man?
No, nobody else is in the house.
Okay, so they got a search warrant for your house. Okay, there was some evidence that they believe is
approaching
in
a
the house.
railroad
So
crossing.
I'm gonna walk you over there, and we're gonna talk to some detectives. Okay, once we can make some more announcements, just give me a minute and double check that nobody else snuck in the house on you. Okay.
Okay,
What's your name,
can't
ma'am?
sneak in the house because I heat my doors locked.
Oh, good for you.
Because I'm in here by myself.
Oh, you are okay.
My name is Ruby Johnson.
Okay, Miss Johnson, just give us a second, and then I'll get you over to those detectives. Okay.
Okay. That's weird. I see stuff like this on the movie, but I didn't think it'd ever happen.
Well, we knew you were a star, so we were going to make you a
On
movie star
January
today.
4th, 2022, a 77-year-old Colorado grandmother named Ruby Johnson was at her home alone in a Denver Montbello neighborhood. When all of a sudden she became frightened and confused when she heard a bullhorn demanding anyone inside the home to come out. The SWAT team arrived in military gear, with tactical rifles and a police-trained German Shepherd dog. The traumatizing event caused Johnson severe physical and emotional distress. Following the raid, Johnson left her home, first, to spend a week with her daughter, who lives nearby, and then to stay with her son in Texas for several months, because she could not bear to remain in her house, according to the complaint that has been filed. Since she has returned home, she remains afraid to answer the door and is considering moving away, according to the complaint. The complaint also stated that Ms. Johnson's privacy, sense of safety, and peace in her home have been shattered since her house of 40 years became the scene of a militarized criminal investigation. Department Detective Gary Stabb ordered the SWAT raid on Johnson's house after it was falsely pinged by Apple's Find My app as the location of several stolen items, including 6 firearms and an iPhone 11. According to court documents on November 30, 2022, a suit was filed in Denver District Court by lawyers with the American Civil Liberties Union of Colorado. Denver Police Department Detective Gary Stabb illegally issued a warrant for the raid of the home of 77-year-old Ruby Johnson on January 4, based on what the complaint characterizes as a hastily prepared, bare-bones, misleading affidavit. The complaint specifies Johnson is suing Stabb in his individual capacity. Johnson is seeking a jury trial and unspecified damages, according to the filing. The complaint contends that Stabb's affidavit violated Johnson's right, afforded by the state constitution, to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures. The affidavit allegedly lacked probable cause that evidence of a crime could be found at Johnson's home since it was based on an unverified and vague ping by Apple's Find My app, which is used to track Apple devices.
Woman's lawyers are coming after the detective, not the police department. It was just before 2 o'clock on the 4th of January. A Denver police SWAT team is preparing to swarm the Montbello home of 77-year-old Ruby Johnson.
They were dressed with body armor, they had handguns strapped to their legs, and many of them were carrying what must have been automatic rifles.
So nobody else is in the house now?
No, nobody else is in the house.
These heavily armed officers were there because a detective believed Johnson's home may have contained items stolen in a recent car theft, including an iPhone. In this copy of the search warrant ACLU Colorado provided to Denver 7, Detective Gary Stabb explains a ping from the victim's stolen iPhone showed at one point it was at Johnson's address. The victim got that ping using the Find My app.
What the screenshot showed was that the location of the phone could not be precisely pinpointed.
Still, a judge signed off on the warrant, and a little more than an hour later, SWAT officers were directing Johnson over a loudspeaker to exit her home.
According to the filing, officers damaged Johnson's home as they kept her sitting in a police car, even after she told them there was nothing stolen in the house. The complaint alleges they used a battering ram to destroy the back garage door and door frame, even after Johnson gave them instructions about how to open the garage door. Officers also broke the head off one of Ms. Johnson's prized collectible doll figurines that Ms. Johnson had cherished for nearly 3 decades as a gift from her youngest son, the complaint states, adding that police also rifled through her belongings. The house was left in disarray, even though the raid turned up none of the items police were looking for and no evidence of any connection to the crime, according to the complaint. In a statement, the Denver Police Department said the SWAT team was involved in the raid due to allegations that 6 guns had been stolen and may have been located in Ms. Johnson's home. The department's police chief, Ron Thomas, has ordered an internal investigation in light of the incident, according to the statement, which added that the police department is also working with the district attorney's office to develop additional training for officers and assistant district attorneys related to seeking warrants based upon the Find My Phone applications. We hope to continue to work with Ms. Johnson's family through her attorneys to resolve this matter without further litigation, the statement added. The filing claims that Stabb acknowledged to Ms. Johnson's children the harm his DPD officers caused to Ms. Johnson's well-being, home, and personal property, but that he told them the police department wouldn't pay for repairs from the search. Stabb has not apologized as of yet for the raid, according to the complaint. What are your thoughts on this situation? If police are able to use pinks to raid a house, then this can become a daily thing. Comment your thoughts below. Please leave a like and subscribe. Stay safe out here in this harsh world.